All right, you guys. So this is my third time trying to film this video. I keep rambling and I feel like my thoughts aren't cohesive. So I'm going to try and find something. This message I sent my friend earlier just as like it being here. But anyway, first and foremost, hi guys. Hope you're all doing well. We're still in quarantine. It's May 8th and I'm slowly losing my mind. And there are a bunch of updates that I'm going to tell y'all about in the next video episode of my podcast. But for now, we're just going to talk about this situation. But if you don't know, on my YouTube channel, hey guys, if I'm just kind of uploading this topic on both formats because it's an important topic to me, and whether you want to see my face, whether you want to just hear my voice, you have both options. Also, y'all like my t-shirt for the YouTube fam? It's Lion from Steven Universe, and it says, "If I fits, I sits." So I think it's adorable. Got it, a hot topic. Anyway, so YouTube, my podcast is all by myself. Podcast, my YouTube channel is It's Just Praise, like my other social media handles. And for YouTube, I'll post the link down below to my podcast. It's on Spotify and Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, which is crazy, and other streaming sites that I was not aware of that existed till I made a podcast. Anyway, I'm gonna try and keep my thoughts a little more concise and cohesive, and it's gonna be very organic. So you're gonna feel like you're having a conversation with me because I don't want to edit this, mainly because I'm lazy. But having to edit both the audio and visual of a podcast and a video and make it sync up is just a pain in the ass. So we're not doing it, and you'll get to enjoy some ASMR too. And yeah, it's also midnight, and I feel sorry for my brother who is sleeping right up there. But we'll try and keep this as low as possible. So what we're talking about today, if you don't know by the title, we're talking about the, I guess, backlash with the picture Adele posted. So Adele posted this picture from her birthday celebration, and it's quite noticeable that she had lost weight, and it stirred up quite a lot of feelings for not only me but for a lot of people, and we're going to talk about it because I think people need to learn some things, and I'm going to teach you some things, or teach you some of my perspectives and thoughts about the situation. Okay, cool. So yeah, Adele lost a lot of weight, and I honestly didn't even recognize her. I don't know if it was the picture quality, but I was like, that's not Adele. I had to like zoom in on her face and be like, oh my god, it's Adele. And I like the picture, because it's Adele, queen, vocalist, songwriter, extractor of feelings. But I saw a lot of people being like, oh my god, you got the revenge body, because if you guys don't know, she also went through a pretty messy divorce. People just being like, wow, you look so good. And then other people commenting like, skinny Adele is not going to be the same as fat Adele or thick Adele. People are saying how they would prefer having thick Adele sing songs because it just won't hit the same with skinny Adele. We had someone in her Instagram comments say, I'm so proud of you for beating your addiction to carbohydrates and sugar. And I was like, huh? So I had to look it up also because eating disorders are a thing, addictions are a thing. And there was no credible source for sugar addiction. If anything, so I highly doubt that the person that posted that comment knows her personally. So I'm just gonna what is it called? Debunk, or just cross out that theory. And I posted on my Instagram story, I want to talk about it, but I don't know if I should. Would you guys even care? And my friends were like, yeah, talk about it, please. And I was like, okay, cool, you guys care, oh my god, thanks. Wow. It's weird to think that people care about your opinions. Also, my throat is dry. Let me drink my Gatorade. Let's see if we get some ASMR with this one. Did you hear the gulp? I kind of like gulping sounds. Okay, anyway, sorry. Getting super sidetracked. So, this really hit a nerve with me for a couple of reasons. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that I have really intense body image issues. I'm working on them in therapy as we speak, actually, and having issues with self-compassion and having restraint when it comes to food and working on my relationship with food. I actually was going to upload that as a separate podcast the other night, but I hated what I did, so maybe I'll just combine it with this one. So I don't think I have an eating disorder. Let me move this over. But I do tend to binge sometimes, which is like normal, but a lot of the time it's like I'm binge eating or not eating at all, or it's very hard for me to have it in between. And I have been trying to go on diets like keto, the South Beach. I remember doing paleo a few years ago, like way back. And it kind of fed into that whole all or nothing kind of mentality. Like, I have to get rid of all these foods and only eat these. And then when I couldn't make the diet work for me, because, you know, a lot of these diets are doable. One of my best friends is currently doing keto, and she's been doing it pretty consistently for the past couple of years, and it's working for her. But for me, I don't know what it is with me and diets, but yeah, I think it's the all or nothing mentality, and it's just not healthy. So I end up binging and just not making the best decisions. And also my relationship with food is a little bit unhealthy as well sometimes, in the sense where me and Kev were talking about it, and we've come to realize that I use food as a coping mechanism. Like, sometimes I'll be sad and I'll be like, I want this, I'm sad. And you can totally eat emotionally. Everyone does it, but I think for me, it's very much so a coping mechanism. And it's not healthy, for me at least. And I'm trying to just change my relationship with food and be like, okay, this is what I want. And if I do it, I don't want to feel guilty about it. I'm an adult. I can make this decision. And, you know, sometimes I do feel guilty. Like, if I have chips, I literally have a Post-it on my desk that says, chips make you feel shitty. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's going to focus on the camera. Probably not. I don't feel like focusing it. But I tend to self-sabotage and be like, okay, you know, that was last time. This time could be different. And the plot twist, it's not different. Then I never learn. That's a whole other thing. I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. But the whole point is, when I did lose weight for those diets, like, I felt great. But then a part of me kind of thinks, like, am I doing this for the wrong reason? Am I doing this for someone else? Am I doing this because of this mentality I've been taught? Because when I was younger, I basically have had family members and other people tell me that no one is going to love me until I lost weight. And guess who fucking proved them wrong? Am I right, y'all? Am I fucking right? I proved them wrong. But my worth has been placed on my appearance, my weight, my intellect, and whether or not I'd make a good wife. Because in a lot of Asian cultures, it's like our job to be the housewife, cook, clean, take care of the kids, no question, and still be a normal person and maybe still work. So a lot of my worth, I feel like, is very like on a condition. And if I don't meet those conditions, then I'm not worth anything. And so I've learned also that commenting on people's weight is not appropriate, because we don't know what that person has done or has been doing to achieve that weight loss or weight gain. People can develop eating disorders, and then when people comment like, oh, you look so much better, or oh my god, like, you look great, you could possibly be enabling that person to continue with that eating disorder, or to teach them like, wow, like, people like me more, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And that's not what we want to be doing. We want to commend and appreciate people who, for their achievements and for their personalities and for their behaviors, not their appearance. And a lot of compliments people give tend to be very appearance oriented, which is like, it's a societal thing. Of course, people want to be told that we look good, but it's such a, I will say it's kind of like walking on eggshells in a way. But by telling someone they look better, or that they look good, that they gained or lost weight, it's kind of perpetuating that belief that they didn't look great before. And if you're losing or gaining weight for yourself and for your health, and you're doing it like in a healthy way, then by all means. I've been trying to change the reasoning as to why I want to lose weight. It's because I do want to be skinnier, but I also know that I'm not going to magically love myself if I lose weight, because I have these irrational fears that every chair I sit on, it's going to break, or I'm not going to fit, or like whenever I walk, it feels like I'm creating earthquakes. And that's not going to change if I lose weight, because it's a mental thing. And it's something I have to work on a lot. I have to believe that I am enough the way that I am now. I will be enough if I gain weight, if I lose weight, no matter what. It's what I do and how I love people that matter. And it's my actions that are going to speak louder than whatever I look like. And people will have their judgments, people will have their own thoughts and opinions, and it takes a lot of strength and training to not care about what anyone else says or thinks. And you have to have a very solid sense of self to be able to change that thought process and to change the way that you think and behave. And so we don't know. Sorry, that got really personal. Oops, I burped. Sorry. That got really personal. But I mean, yeah, did we think this was going to go anywhere else? So for Adele, for any other celebrity that gains or loses weight, if they are happy with how they turned out, and hopefully they did it in the right way, or if they talk about it publicly, then sure, fine. People are entitled to their opinions, but I think we definitely need to be more careful with what we say and how we say it. And we just shouldn't place worth on someone's appearance, y'all. And I was talking to my friend about it, and she said that she was listening to a podcast about how rude it is when people tell you look better for losing or gaining weight. How are you supposed to react to that when you have body image issues? And then, yeah, I just said that, like, she went through a horrible divorce. We have no idea what the true timeline is of her weight loss. If she did it for her health in a healthy way, good for her. But if she developed an eating disorder or weight loss due to depression, it's just best to not comment on anyone's weight or appearance. Period. I think just weight and appearance is a really touchy subject. I think we have to kind of untrain ourselves to comment on people's appearances and weight loss, weight gain, and those things. And people on Twitter were like, oh, are you really mad that we're saying congrats for like, I didn't say anything on Twitter or Instagram because there's no fucking point to like deal with trolls and shit. But people were like, are y'all really gonna be mad that we're saying she's a bad bitch or whatever? Like, okay, whatever, something like that. And it's like, kind of, I don't know how Adele, views herself. I hope she thinks she's a bad bitch. I hope she thinks that she is the baddest of them all. I hope she thinks that she's still the fucking queen. But we don't know how she sees herself. We don't know what she's thinking, what she's feeling, what she's going through. And Adele included. We should not be looking for validation through the opinions of others. Because everyone is going to have their opinion. Just do you and be happy and try your best. And I hope she's doing well. I hope she's okay. Going through a divorce and going through quarantine. And also everyone's just like, damn. Like, I think also the whole revenge body thing. Like, what? Why? Like, I don't understand that. Like, that bitch is fucking making hits and hits and hits, and she's gonna be a historic figure in the music industry, and she probably is rich as hell. She don't need our validation. She don't need nothing from us. People gonna buy her shit. People gonna stream her shit. She don't need nothing from us. Okay? I feel like this podcast is just all over the place. This video is all over the place. I'm so sorry. That's kind of all I wanted to say about it. I think we need to untrain ourselves. We need to untrain ourselves from commenting on weight and appearance because it's not our place. It's really not our place. Truly. And depending on the person, they're not going to tell you like, oh yeah, thanks for telling me I look good when I lost weight because, my eating disorder really came in handy. Like, that's not okay. How'd you feel? Just don't say shit. Just be like, wow. I don't know. Look at that smile. Or wow, I'm glad you're happy. I don't know. Anything else. Or just don't say shit. It's fine. That's it. Yeah. If you're listening to my podcast version of this, I'm like flailing my arms around, being like, hello. But I think that's all I have to say for the subject. I'm probably missing some stuff and some points, but I feel kind of burnt out on the subject. So, all in all, guys, just don't comment on it. Just people are beautiful, no matter their size or whatever. We need to stop this fat phobic culture. And I am guilty. I am technically internally fat phobic because I'm just like, wow, I look like shit. But it's like, do I? I can love everyone else's bodies that come in different shapes and sizes. Why can't I love myself, huh? What's the problem? So I'm working on that. But thanks for listening, guys. If I'm missing any points, I'll do a part two. But this just has been very rambling. And I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna upload this and just fuck it. But you'll hopefully hear from me soon or / see me soon. There's a lot of update, y'all. Okay. Love y'all. See you soon. And hope you're all doing safe, healthy, happy. Please wear your masks. And stop going to parties. Like please. Okay. Bye, guys.